Okay, so we need better wood.
Let's get some wood. Oh.
Wow.
Right, here we go.
Oh my, this is perfect. It's like someone laid these out for us. Wow.
All right.
Let's
go.
Okay, we can start cutting. Yeah.
Put turkeys on our thing.
All right, we're gonna throw these saws.
We got the
You can talk as well, but yeah. Oh my god, this is a huge one. Oh my dude, what the? So we're just leaving Home Depot. We grabbed all the supplies we need. Going back to my house and Jackson's house to get our lab notebooks, get some tools, and then we're gonna finally meet up at Nathan's house.
If you're wondering where Nathan is right now, we're meeting him. We had to head back and get some extra materials at our houses, and then we're
Bro,
meeting
I
him at his
gave the
house.
exposition. I already gave the exposition.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it.
When we were leaving Home Depot. Welcome to the So residence. It's a bumpy ride. I don't
Should I just wait in the car?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
What's up, guys? We're back here with another, right.
In terms of the design, what we wanted to start with was we wanted to have just a firm base, okay? So we ended up gluing the corners together at first with wood glue and using paint cans on either sides as clamps. We checked after about 45 minutes and that actually didn't work. The bonds didn't hold well enough, so we switched over to nails. So we ended up nailing the base together and actually turned out to be a pretty solid and firm rectangle. And from there we went with adding our triangle supports to each side. So we figured out the optimal angle to launch a projectile at is always going to be 45 degrees to achieve the max distance. So we used a 45-degree level and made sure the interior angle from the base and the triangle cross sections was 45 degrees. So we ended up nailing those together. We nailed those to the base as well. So we, at a 45-degree angle, we had both triangle supports nailed to the entire base. At the top of the triangle supports, we used a 3x8 inch drill bit, so 3x8 in diameter, to drill a hole through so our metal rod could go through. And then finally we used, we took our swing arm, we didn't cut anything, we just kept it at 40 inches. And we figured out the optimal ratio would be 3.75 to 1. Swing arm has to be 3.75 times larger than the weight arm. So that is what we actually came to do. And then from there, our design was essentially done. We added a few more things such as like plywood at the base and a quick quick crossbar so the nail could be released and the trebuchet could be sent away.
Hand, you gotta
All right, day 2, trebuchet work. How we feeling, boys?
I mean, we gotta finish on Wednesday, but you know, we're feeling pretty good. Let's do Friday. It's right now Tuesday. So.
All right, we're gonna measure this.
We're brainstorming.
Quick brainstorming. So right now what Nate is doing is we're currently measuring the door because we don't actually know if ours is going to be
wide
we don't know if the door is going to be wide enough for us to
What does it say right now?
Well, you see, according to our calculations, we can see that our current door 35 inches.
We are dedicated out here. You see it's raining outside.
Do you see this?
It's getting our trebuchet wet.
Stops, all right.
It never stops. All right.
So weather was poor today.
Connor, give it to him.
All right. Well, so we finished our trebuchet, but like we tested it. We have 5 pounds right now, and it went about 7 feet.
7 feet.
This is test number 7.
Test number 7. All right.
15 pound weight.
weights in 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit! That actually worked.
This is attempt 8.
Attempt 8.
1 paint can.
1.
Watching it. I'm watching. All right, so
That
about
was
halfway down
like
the driveway.
that was like halfway across the driveway.
3 in 3, 2, 1. Oh! 2, 1.
Did it go back?
Today, champions are realized.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great day to be out here. Let's get this work. Let's get this bread. Thanks. I'm thankful for Miss Plunkett and Jasper. Honestly, great teacher, great dog.
Dynamic duo.
I'm thankful for these two great men working on this project with me.
Absolutely. What's up, guys? My name is
The intro?
If we take a closer look at the results from our test day, we can see that our trebuchet went 21.3 meters and then 24.7 meters in 2.6 and 3.7 seconds respectively. So if we plug that into the general equation, delta y equals v initial times time plus 1/2 at squared. We get the initial velocity in the y to be 12.985 meters per second. And then if we look at the x direction and we plug it into the velocity final is equal to velocity initial plus at, we get the velocity initial in the x to be 12.985 meters per second. And so if we do the trigonometry, we come out to find that the resultant, or the initial velocity total is 15.311 meters per second at 58.003 degrees above the positive x-axis.
Wait, what's one more? I think there's one more thing.
Come downer. I feel like you're... Yeah.
Come downer.
No, it just has to be like eye level, right? So, in respect to error analysis, the first problem we came across was actually the glue that we used to put together a trebuchet. It actually was not strong enough, or it just didn't dry quickly enough. So we had tried wood glue at first, but it didn't work out. So we decided to move on to screws and nails, and so that worked a lot better. Kind of glad we did move on because the glue it wasn't working. Another error was that our steel bar, we had an aluminum bar first that was holding the swing arm, and so every time that the swing arm would swing, it was bending the bar in the middle, and it was causing it to like dip every time we tried to test it. So after a while, we actually had to get a new, better reinforced steel bar, and even that was like not strong enough to like resist the change from the swing arm, because it was like 25 or 28 pounds that was being swung around. So we had to keep changing that. And finally, near the end of testing, even on test day, the wood actually started to break and splinter. So we didn't switch the wood or anything like that, but if we had to continue using it, I think we definitely would have had to switch the wood to get to actually keep the trebuchet working.
All right, here we are. We're it's a little loud out here, but we're coming to throw this thing out. There is its final resting place. Any last words, gentlemen, before we...
I love this thing. Go Wi-Fi.
It was like my second child. My first being
my first being
my mouse car trip.
Do you want to throw it? See how far you can throw it over the thing?
Okay, yeah.
Aw. Say goodbye.
Oh, good.
Goodbye. No. What a sad ending.
You want to kick? You want to kick? Get a kick. Get a kick in, Jackson.
I can't
Let
do
out
that.
your anger.
I can't do it. Any last words? Anything
Good
you...
call, everyone. I'm so hyped to be out here. Shout out Miss Plunkett. Shout out Jasper.
AP
Thank
Jasper.
you and good night.
Yeah. We'll see you all in the next video.